Special thanks to Toys and Things in Danvers, Massachusetts, Reaper Miniatures, Off the Wall Games in Hadley, Massachusetts, Games and Friends in Springfield, Massachusetts, as well as AAA Games Arena in Wilbraham, Massachusetts. If you enjoy the show, help the podcast grow. Give us a follow on Twitter at LordsBroken, join the community Discord, and maybe consider offering a small tribute to the old ones on our Ko-Fi. All these links and more can be found in our link tree at linktr.ee/thebrokenlords. Thank you.
All right, after successfully evading the dragon, our heroes, running out of steam, burning aching muscles, plunge on deeper into the dark forest. All right, let's get started then. You guys are not terribly far from the eastern wall, the eastern canyon wall, and whenever there's a break in the tree canopy, you can see it. It's probably just a few miles away. Are you going to continue trying to make your way all the way to the wall, or would you like to proceed directly north at this point?
I think when we are having like at least a 5-minute siesta, I'm sure we've taken at least a couple now that the wars are chilling a little bit more, or at least looking a lot further away.
Right now, you're probably just taking 2 or 3 minutes and then moving, and then 2 and 3 minutes, that sort of thing. I don't think anybody's comfortable enough to stop yet.
No.
This is just a gut feeling, but I don't think there's going to be good things at the direct wall. Maybe we just go northern here?
Definitely.
Whoever runs this place seems petty enough that they put something really bad at the far ends as an obvious strategy to fuck with people.
Hate that you're right.
Plus, at least we have a little gap distance, so if we truly need to do the, all right, we're gonna go hard, east and hug the wall strat, we have it with us.
Right.
Agreed.
As I said, my main strategy in heading towards the wall was in case we got separated, it would be a bit of a cutoff point. But if we don't need it, we don't need to head that direction immediately.
Should we try and look for a place to it's nighttime, right? We left at nighttime, and
it's pretty late by this point. It took you a while to cross that open stretch. You were moving pretty slow for most of it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if, since we're against the wall, is there a break in the tree line? Is any moonlight coming through? What's it?
You're not quite against the wall. The wall is a few miles off at this point.
I see. Okay.
But whenever the tree canopy has an opening, you can see it standing very high up in the distance.
I'm wondering how the vegetation here looks compared to where we were pre-Dragon Crossing. Is it the same? Is it different? But I don't know how great of a look I can get right now if it's dark.
Yeah, it's still dark, so if you really want to know now, it's going to be a difficulty 2 survival check for you to get any information at all.
Yeah, I can wait, honestly.
Okay.
There's more important things to be concerned with right now.
Catch a quick hour or 2 hour nap.
Ooh, a nap? What a luxury.
Yeah, let's try and find a place to hole up for at least a little bit and regain our strength.
I don't know how long we've got before the sun comes up, but we should probably try and spend that time as downtime.
Is it still quiet here?
You continue in a generally northern direction, and eventually you come to a small clearing that would be just barely big enough to accommodate you guys, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
And it would be a fine place to post up to try and get a couple hours sleep.
I strongly suggest we do that thing.
Ricardo will take middle watch.
We might not have more than 2 watches, depending on what time of night it is. I suppose I should take other watch, though.
Alright, I'll take the first one. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. Do we have time for 2 watches, boss man, or is it really, really late?
Well, if everybody is going to get some sleep, there needs to be at least 2 watches.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
If it's too late, that just means somebody's going to have to sleep when the sun comes up.
If it's too late and we only have 1 watch, then I would just suggest we risk it for a night and all get some sleep.
Yes, no, I would agree.
You guys did also rest early before.
Right, yes, we did prepare to do the night run, yes.
Yeah, you are not in need of 8 hours right now. You should be able to operate all right after 2 or 3 just to kind of recover from the straight-up sprint that you had to go through.
Yeah.
And you're going to need to take some time, drink some water, get some food, that sort of thing.
Right.
Jungle jerky.
So, first watch.
That'd be I. Do you need me to roll anything?
Sure. Roll an observation.
All right.
Difficulty is 1.
Word up. Okay. What's scary? I'm using one of the momentums because I'm a scared boy. Hey, there we go.
Did we get fortune back?
He said difficulty 1, so I think we can decide to spend it on asking a question. But what do I get so far?
What you get so far is everything seems peaceful. In fact, this portion of the jungle seems pretty quiet. After about 3 hours, the sky starts getting lighter overhead, and you are relieved in your watch.
I think that's when me and October have the conversation of like, oh right, no, we determined, we prepared for this. We just need to give you a couple hours if it gets too light out. Let me sleep in is basically what Ricardo says.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we can have survival checks for the rest of the party if they want to get food.
I'll do some hunting.
Your water stores are not optimal at this time, but they are not low yet.
Okay.
Yeah, alright, so I'll do a survival check to find food and water. Or juicy fruits that at least can, replenish hydration.
New packs of juicy fruit, alright.
I'm looking for a juicy fruit.
He's gonna give us the Capri Sun hookup.
Hell yeah.
I feel like there were durians and such around, if I remember correctly.
Durian-like fruits. I don't know if you ever called them durians.
At least rindy enough to be like a durian, because you were using them as water bowls.
Oh, when it becomes light out, we can get to figure out if the trees here are the same.
Yes. Literally, there just needs to be one person who stays at camp to keep an eye out for you, and the other 2 could go out as a pair to try and find what's needed to be found. You can reduce your difficulty by 2, so this will be a difficulty 0.
Okay. I'm actually going to roll on this.
Because more momentum means more stuff, right?
Yeah, so basically, when I'm attempting a survival test to find food or water or shelter, each point of momentum spent, repeatable, provides the necessities for 2 other creatures.
I'll empty the bank then.
The basic difficulty of survival tests to find food, water, and shelter is reduced to simple, and every point of momentum spent, repeatable, finds the necessities for 3 additional creatures rather than 2. So I guess I only need 1.
You only need 1, yeah. Yep.
Alright, well, I mean, it's just a survival check, so basically what I'm saying is only a chump would fail this.
Don't stop. Stop doing that.
I can't. I just got 3. I'm addicted to tempting fate. What's it gonna do? Make my luck worse?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Stop.
So here's some points of interest for you before we switch over, because I imagined Lydia was going to go out with you since she wanted to get info about the surroundings anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Or yes. Phaedra, I should say. So,
well, she's also not great on watch, so yes.
For Octomer, you are able to bag a few, probably 5 smaller creatures, rodents and things like that.
Okay.
There aren't any big creatures at all in this section of the jungle, as far as you can tell. The game is plentiful, just like before, but you need more smaller things instead of just one larger thing. With the level of success you attained, that extra momentum point, you were also able to find several small, clear springs.
Ooh.
Okay.
And you were able to top off water supplies again. Which is good, because you are well aware the next section of this valley is supposedly a large swamp. Drinkable water is probably going to be hard to come by, so you're going to want to go into that with as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Alright, could I get a survival check from Phaedra?
Am I banking my last momentum from that as well?
I would say spend that one to get the water that you need.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Alright, here goes.
Alright, 1 success.
It is dark.
No, it's light out now.
Oh,
it's
God.
Early morning, effectively.
Okay.
Chirp.
Missed that.
That's why Ricardo is sleeping in, effectively.
Oh, okay.
You notice 2 things. The trees are getting shorter, and the plant life is kind of tending towards stuff that is more successful with less nutrient-rich soil. And over the course of the hunt, you can actually confirm your suspicion that there seems to be a consistent downward slope the farther north you go. And with all the rain that happens down here, a lot of the soil is washed away and stripped out, which would explain the change in flora.
Well, that's curious. So am I getting the sense it's turning into more like,
I mean, it would make sense that you're headed towards swampland.
Oh, yeah.
Terrain is getting lower, and also water is going to run in this direction.
Well, things are getting shorter, but then getting towards the swamp, like, it wouldn't be drier here. Wouldn't it be getting wetter?
No, the trees and stuff are getting shorter because the soil is less fertile because of all the drainage that's running through it.
It's probably less supportive, too. Like, if you had a big, tall thing trying to grow in the swamp, you either gotta be a mangrove, or you gotta be...
Or you're gonna be falling over, effectively.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for talking that through with me. Now, as far as useful or edible stuffs go,
Yeah, but with Octomer's success kind of encapsulates the necessities of the party, but I will say that in this instance, like, he's doing the hunting and you're, like, grabbing and carrying fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe even grabbing some firewood while you're at it.
I do still have a healing poultice, an antitoxin, 2 concoctions, which I think are, like, the basis for...
Yeah, they're the basis for a poultice or a potion or whatever, yeah.
And then I have 3 ingredients. So, Actually, I know I have an antitoxin, but I feel like maybe looking for more means to making antitoxin might be smart because swamp. Just a feeling.
We'll say once you guys get moving again, you'll keep an eye out and we'll have you roll another survival check, see if we can get you any more components.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Alright, so in a few hours you make your way back to camp. Ricardo is just rousing, and...
I swear you have never met her before. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that was embarrassing.
You good?
Yeah. No, oof, that would have been arguably worse than being here. Yes, no, I'm good. No, being here is worse. Do we know where we're going?
Somewhat. Headed north.
All right. Well, stretches. There's audible cracks, and he's like, "Well, no time but like the present's right. I don't suppose anyone saved me a bite."
I'm gonna hand him some fresh rodent, not yet cooked.
Unfortunate. And then I just... it's dead though, right?
Yeah. I mean, we just got back. We haven't cooked any of them either, so...
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, no, Ricardo absolutely makes a face at it, but, like, you know, it's been almost a month. Like, he's gotten over whatever fucking prissiness of living in the woods is.
What skill goes into making something into a food? Like cooking or whatever?
You don't actually have to roll for that unless you're trying to, like, impress somebody.
I've, like, inclined to tell a story about being on the road and, like, meeting somebody from some completely different area that I was traveling through, and they were, like, cooking rat with, like, these weird spices, and it seemed strange at the time, but it tasted good in the end, and, like, I'm, like, trying to, like, replicate it.
Ricardo makes a face every time he bites it. The rat goes, you can seriously make this taste good? Is yours good?
Well...
Do you have the stuff?
Tastes better than starvation.
Yeah, like, spices would be extremely hard to come by out here.
Ricardo doesn't suppose there's magic herbs on the trees. Nah.
On the trees?
Herbs, maybe, but, like, salt, no. There's not.
Oh, right, yeah, no. Yeah, we just have to stay free on that one, I guess. All
the
right.
The best we got for salt is, like, the dirt under our feet, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm chill. Yeah, okay. R.I.P. in peace.
I'm just saying, though. It's a delicacy in certain parts of our world. Well, assuming this is that world still.
It's not the same if we don't have those herbs, though.
It's really not. One day, though.
Got trapped in a house once. Picts caught us out. We spent a week and a half in there. By the end, we were eating shoes. I'll take rat any day of the week.
Were they your own shoes?
In a very tiny voice, Ricardo says, "The porridge at that house at the outskirts was kind of bad." Like in the tiniest voice imaginable. Like he said it, and as soon as he said it, he knew it was a dud. But like, it's too late.
Oh, it's okay, man. We can't all have war stories. Some of us get to lead good lives.